So it's Sunday the 28th of September. I just wanted to make a little introduction to this video. My name is Kathleen. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I'm now 63. I had a birthday this month and I retired early at 60. Retired for a lot of reasons. Stress was a big one. Old friend getting sick, very sick, and right after she retired, and she waited till she was 70 to retire, and I just thought that could be me. I was going to retire at 65, have my house paid off because I was making really good money before I retired. I was making the most money I'd ever made in my life, but I was also feeling the stress again. It felt like I was back in the hospital almost, working on a med-surg floor, and I really didn't like that. So I decided to retire. So I'm trying to live mostly frugally so I can do other things that I want to do. So I can travel a little bit. I can still go out and have fun like I did yesterday. Didn't spend a lot of money. Most of the things we did were free. Also, before I retired, I expanded my garden so I could grow more vegetables and keep them. I bought a little freezer, a mini freezer last year, so that I could have more space to keep some of my produce. And anyway, yesterday I went out with a friend. She wanted to go to this seminar kind of thing at a library in downtown Frankfort, the Paul Sawyer Library, because she wanted to see this archaeological dig seminar. So this archaeologist came and gave this presentation on a cemetery they found that nobody apparently in Frankfort knew about. It was from the 1800s, and several buildings had been built on the site, and they just built over this site, parts of it, not all of it, but parts of it, and still nobody knew until the state came in and they built a massive building. And when they were digging on the site, that's when they found the burial site. I can't remember what year that was. I think it was early 2000s. So they came and excavated. The archaeologists spent, I think they said 3 months excavating it and examining all the bones and the relics they found. And they found that these people were lower middle class and poor people. And that's probably why it was forgotten, which is really sad. And there was a mixture of African American and European American, because they did do some DNA test on a few of the remains. They did some reconstruction. I can't remember what it's called now, where they take the skull and they map out how much tissue should be there, and they are able to kind of see what the person may have looked like in life. And they did one on several adults and a child. The child was 2 years or younger. Very sad. And so this cemetery was in 2 sections, and they took all the remains and they numbered them in case they decide to come back and do further DNA testing. They interred the remains in Fort something in Frankfort, And now I can't remember what it's called. I thought I wrote it down because we almost went to it afterwards because we were both really interested. I think I wrote it on my phone, which I'm videotaping from. Anyway, there's an old fort, a historical site in Frankfort. It's in the downtown area. Okay. The fort is Fort Hill, and they picked it because it was the closest place to the original cemetery, and it's a historical site, so it would not hopefully be dug up again or disturbed. It was very interesting what I could hear of the seminar. The mic the guy was using was not great, so I could not hear about half of what he said because he was talking at such low tones, and like I said, the mic and I was kind of in the back, which is kind of sad. My friend is hard of hearing, so she definitely couldn't hear a lot of it. But after the seminar, the Paul Sawyer Library Paul Sawyer was an artist in Kentucky. I don't know very much about him. My friend is a big fan. In fact, they're having another seminar thing on his life next month at the library. Anyway, this library was named after him, and they have all kinds of things going on. I was looking at their little brochure they had. They have all kinds of game days and craft things at the library. Kind of makes me wish I lived in Frankfort, but I don't. Yeah, they have all kinds of interesting things. Breakfast with a book. They even have a book club where you just bring your own book and you hang out and talk and snack and have lunch or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. I might have to look into going to one of the game things though, because they're playing games that I've never heard of. Might be interesting. I don't know. Anyway, after that, the library sits right off the Kentucky River, and so we decided to walk down. It's like a canoeing place. Is it a canoe? I think it's a little canoe renting place down there where it's right across from the library. So we kind of walked down there. I took some video. I took video of the Singing Bridge, which was damaged during the floods I think it was damaged. I'm pretty sure something hit it. Can't remember if it was a pier that broke off during the floods and floated down and rammed the Singing Bridge. It damaged it so much that they closed it, and they're going to replace it, sadly. When you drive over the bridge, it's called the Singing Bridge because it makes a singing sound, like a high-pitched whine as you drive over it. It's kind of fun. I hope they put that back into the new bridge. I don't know if they will though. That would be sad if they got rid of that feature completely. So, and there's another bridge that you can see further down, but I think that's the east-west connector that goes from one side of Frankfort to the other. So I took pictures, videos of those, and then we went, where did we go? Oh, my friend told me there was a building and it's covered with vines, maybe kudzu, I don't know. It's an old brick YMCA. There's a newer YMCA downtown in a different part of Frankfort, but she told me that was she used to live in Frankfort, so it's her old neighborhood, I guess. And It was really kind of cool. I wish I could have been on the other side and took some videos. And there was a big vulture or something up on the building, so I took that. I thought it looked kind of neat anyway. You all may not, but I took a little video of that, and then the vulture flew off, and yeah. Then we drove around. I drove there in my vehicle, and then she drove to the Oktoberfest in another town in Harrodsburg. And so I took some video. She drove me around to look at these cute little houses in Frankfort. So I took some video, or attempted to. I don't think I got too many great pictures, but they have older homes down there that I really like. And then we went to Harrodsburg. I got a couple of the mansions coming into Harrodsburg, and I got some of the Oktoberfest. It was kind of a dud. The music, I probably will have to turn the sound off, because they had a band playing at one end of the main street and another one at the far end. So I think no matter where I'm gonna be, there's gonna be music playing. The people that the first band that we walked right by, it was so loud, but they were really good. I really liked them, but we didn't stay. We walked around, tried to find some German food. There really wasn't. There were German food trucks, but yeah, it was basically hot dogs and Americanized German food. So it was kind of disappointing. And then we left because, yeah, it was not, it was 99% food trucks. And there was a beer garden. My friend was gonna get a beer. I don't drink, but she was gonna get a beer, and they didn't have any dark beers that she liked, so she didn't get one. We got nothing, and we left and went to Danville, which is another town. Apparently it was the first state capital in Kentucky, which I didn't know. I may have known at one time, I don't know, but I did take some video of, I think it's called Constitution Square, where they have the old Capitol buildings, and I think it's Capitol buildings. It was the first government, I guess, in Kentucky. Very cute town. We ate at Main Street, on Main Street. My friend wanted to have Italian food. So I thought, okay, that sounds okay. And we went there, and we checked the menu, and the one menu item she wanted, they no longer had, even though it was on their website, marsala and chicken marsala. And so when we got there, she was looking for it on the menu, and it wasn't there, so she ended up having to get something else. And she told the waiter that she was very disappointed. Very cool building that it was in. Anyway, there's an adjoining restaurant that serves American food, and you could order from either menu. I ordered calamari. I was gonna get some lobster ravioli, but it was $30 and no sides. You didn't even get a side salad with the ravioli. So instead I got calamari off the appetizer menu and a small salad. So I saved almost $10. Calamari wasn't great. The salad was okay. I didn't finish it because by the time, it did come with bread and oil, the olive oil with the little seasonings. It came with that. Not as good as Bellinote's in Lexington though. I guess I'm picky. Anyway, So the Marsala thing, I guess it's the owner or the manager, I guess it's the manager, came to our table with a free appetizer of some sun-dried tomatoey deviled eggs to make up for them not having Marsala on the menu. They were okay. I thought it was bacon on top at first, not sun-dried tomatoes. I was a little disappointed there wasn't bacon crumbles on top, but it was good. I ate the rest of the ate some of the calamari, what was left, what I brought home for breakfast this morning. I didn't eat all of it because even when I first got it, some of the pieces were like leather, which was really disappointing. My friend liked her. She got hot honey chicken, and it came with I think mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts, but she said it wasn't hot. There was no spice to it, so that was weird. I've never ordered that dish because I don't like really spicy stuff, so if it was slightly spicy, I might like it, but yeah, she wasn't too happy with it. She said it needed salt and pepper and some other things. So I don't know if I'd go back. There are the decorations were good, and it was in an old bank, so it had the bank vault still, and I asked the guy who sat us if I could take a picture, so I videotaped it. And then I went to the restroom, and the door handle was a dragon, which I really liked. Kind of want one for my front door, but yeah. Then we went home. So we had fun. We were both exhausted. I kind of wish we had gone to Fort Hill before we left Frankfort, but we didn't. So we're planning on going there, but when I looked on the website, it says that they are only open in September, like May through September or something, and I thought they're closed all winter, so yeah. I'm getting the grand dogs soon, so I don't think I'm gonna be going this year, unfortunately. So let me go. I've got to go check on my garden for the next video, and I'm gonna do some things, and so now you're gonna see what we did yesterday. Andy.